In this video, we're going to look at how you name organic compounds with different branches and different endings to the root name. So earlier we looked at alkanes, which were all single bonds. So alkane, we said, was all single bonds. Okay, and in an alkene, something like CH3, CH, double bond, CH, CH3. So anything that has a double bond will be an alkene, and it's going to have an ENE ending on the end of it. Like in this case, we have a 4-carbon chain, so methyl ethyl this is going to be a bute, and we're going to have an ENE. Now the difference here is that we need to indicate what carbon number we put our double bond on. So when you're counting this, remember you're going to number this in a way that allows the branch or the double bond to be at the lowest carbon number. So our lowest number is going to be this 2. So we're going to have 2-butene. Okay. Anything that has double bonds is going to have an ENE ending. If you have 2 doubles, you're going to use a prefix. So in that case, you would have diene at your ending. It'd be butadiene, and you would have 2 numbers indicating where those 2 double bonds are. The other ending that you can have is a YNE, and this is a triple bond. So in this example, you might see something like CH3, and then you'd see a C triple bond C, CH3. So again, this is a 4-carbon root, so it'd be butene, and we need to tell us that it's at 2 is where our triple bond is. If you had more than one, let's say we had 3 triple bonds, which would be really rare, but it could happen. So you're going to have triene as part of your name. It'd be probably butatriene. Not realistic, but it illustrates the example I'm giving you. Keep in mind, we have a sequence here. You count the parent chain, then you number it with the lowest number available. So sometimes that's for a multiple bond, and sometimes that's for a branch. Okay, so you're looking for the lowest number. Typically, the multiple bond will take priority, and you don't change the numbering after you've already numbered it. Once it's established, you just count it as it is. Then you're going to name your branches, and then you're going to name the compound as a whole. So if you need to number it, 1, 2, 3, 4, this direction to get the multiple bond at the lowest position, that's what you're going to do. Branches can be carbon groups, so you might see a methyl, you might see an ethyl, or you might see a propyl. You can see any of the root names. You add a YL ending to indicate that it is a branch, and then the root is telling you how many carbons. So that graphic where we had the root names will be really important. So this is telling me I have a 1-carbon branch, I have a 2-carbon branch, I have a 3-carbon branch. Other things that can be branched are things like chlorine. This would give us a name like chloro. If we had a bromine, you guessed it, bromo. If you have, I guess, a fluorine, it'd be fluoro. So the key thing to keep in mind is this is a process when you're naming organic compounds. You're going to start by counting the chain, figuring out the root name, then deciding the direction of the numbers so that you can get the lowest multiple bond, and if there's no multiple bonds, then you do the lowest branch, and then you name the whole compound. If you follow those 4 steps in order every time, naming organic compounds will be easy.